Support court with Judge Deadbeat is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1078, McKinney case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. McKinney,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I am here to try to recoup costs that I've incurred with my daughter.
All right.
She's 9 years old. She's been with me since birth, and I'm paying for everything. I've been doing it all on my own.
All right.
Without a problem, but I've been doing it all on my own.
All right. And when you say all on your own, Dad isn't helping out financially at all?
At all.
Okay. And you said your daughter's 9.
Yes.
Is she involved in any type of extracurricular activities? That word always messes me up.
Yes, ma'am. Basketball, track and field, and tennis.
All right. Does Dad pay for any of those?
No, ma'am.
How much are the fees associated annually with each one of those?
Annually, probably roughly $4,700.
All right. Is that
The courtroom is charged with emotion as Miss McKinney takes the stand, unwavering in her mission. She's been raising her 9-year-old daughter alone, without a shred of financial support from the man she claims is the father. Now she's here to set the record straight and fight for the help her child is entitled to. The judge wastes no time, cutting straight to the facts. $4,700 a year goes toward her daughter's sports, including basketball, track, and tennis. And the supposed father. He hasn't contributed a single dollar. With tensions rising and the truth on the line, this case is only getting started.
10 those?
No, Your Honor.
So he doesn't pay for those?
No.
So what is the backstory? I mean, she's 9, so were you all in a relationship previously? Like what happened?
We were in a situationship for a weekend.
What in the world is that?
Well, it was a little bit more than a one-night stand. It lasted approximately 72 hours. I was on business in Washington, D.C., and he was there for a teacher's conference. I met him at a nightclub.
Ooh,
and,
I need to be careful what I ask.
Well, listen, the night grew long, and things happened within the next 72 hours. And so, yeah. That's the extent of it.
Okay. And you got pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Was he involved in the pregnancy?
Well, he was definitely there.
Well, no, throughout your pregnancy.
Oh, throughout? No, ma'am.
Okay. So you just literally had the baby, no help from him, nothing like that. Did he show up at the hospital?
No, he was late.
Okay. So did you all have a DNA test done?
No.
Does he know he's the father?
He doesn't think that he is, and he's the only Caucasian that I've ever been with, so.
Okay. So that's where...
And here's where the plot thickens. Miss McKinney drops a jaw-dropping revelation. Her entire relationship with the alleged father lasted just 72 hours. That's right. It all started during the business trip to D.C., where a chance meeting at a nightclub quickly turned into something more. Fast forward 9 years, and she's been the sole provider for their daughter ever since. As for the alleged father, he's been completely absent. He didn't even make it to the hospital when their child was born, showing up an entire week late. Now the judge is sifting through this complicated history, but one thing is certain. This case is far from straightforward.
Things of that nature. How is she doing? So I believe if he didn't care at all, he wouldn't send those text messages. Now, he's done that for the past 9 years. I've just never seen any greenbacks to follow those texts.
Okay. So when he arrived at the hospital, did he sign the acknowledgement of paternity?
No, Your Honor. When I meant he was late, the baby was already a week old at the time. I was already at home. We'd left the hospital. That's what I mean by late.
Oh, so he didn't show up at the hospital at all?
No, Your Honor.
So he didn't sign the birth certificate or any acknowledgement of paternity or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So you're here today to do what exactly?
Well, I was hoping you would be able to help me, first and foremost, establish paternity.
Okay.
At this point.
All right.
And
we would definitely have to do that before any child support takes place.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, that's pretty much it. I've just been doing everything on my own. In my heart of hearts, I know that he is the father. I have no doubt. I'm just needing assistance.
Okay. All right. All right. Sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is what she's saying. Now, let me be clear in my questions because I just realized that I probably shouldn't have asked that question like that. Now, bypass all the 72-hour stuff that she talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's pregnant.
She was.
Okay, you were not involved in that process at all. In terms of the
The alleged father finally steps up, and let's just say he doesn't hold back. He admits to the whirlwind 72-hour romance but quickly pivots, claiming Miss McKinney actually earns more than he does. His profession: a high school teacher, bringing in a staggering $660,000 a year. Yes, you heard that correctly. Then comes his jaw-dropping revelation. He recently welcomed a newborn son with his fiancée. And how is he so sure the baby is his? His reasoning is as shocking as it is absurd, because in his words, the baby is white. The judge's face says it all. She's not impressed. But just when you think it couldn't get more intense, he accuses McKinney of coming after his money out of jealousy. The courtroom is thick with tension, and all eyes are on the judge. Where will this case go next? Stay tuned.
Most of what she said is essentially true, although there's some giant omissions in there and some things that you need to take into account to get the full picture.
Well, does it involve the 72-hour thing?
we were involved approximately that amount of time. Yes, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't want to know any specific details about that.
I'm not here to give you the details of it. I'm just here to tell you that we were in an intimate relationship on and off for about 72 hours, yes.
Okay. So, after you found out she was pregnant, what happened?
Well, first let me add some context to everything before I answer that, Your Honor. She works for the federal government. I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. She makes significantly more money than I do. I make about $60,000 a year. I don't know the exact figure of her annual income, but I know it's a lot more than that. She's in far better position to support her daughter than I would be, and what she's asking for.
You said her daughter, so you truly don't believe this is your child?
I am willing to accept that it may be, but we've not done a DNA test. What she said about being only with one Caucasian man, I have no way of knowing if that's true. She's lied before to me. So don't take, she was honest with a lot of the stuff she said fairly, but here's a big thing she forgot to mention. I have a son of my own. I have a newborn son, and with my fiance.
Congratulations.
What does that have to do with this?
This is
I allowed you the opportunity to speak. This is his time. And now I asked you, was there anything else you needed me to know before I moved over to
But I already know he's going to push my buttons.
Okay, well, just sit there and don't let him push your button.
The judge isn't having any of it. She shuts the alleged father down without hesitation, making one thing crystal clear: his history with Miss McKinney is irrelevant. The only thing that matters here, the child's well-being. Wasting no time, she orders a DNA test to settle the question once and for all. And if the results confirm he's the father, there's no escaping it. He's paying child support. No more excuses. No more dodging responsibility. Meanwhile, Miss McKinney is visibly fed up, barely containing her frustration. And honestly, the judge's firm, no-nonsense approach is exactly what this case needed to cut through the chaos.
Well, the DNA test does come back and you are the father. You will have to start paying child support being ordered today, all right?
Can I respond to that, Judge, if I may? We were in what amounted to a long one-night stand. We never committed ourselves to each other. I wasn't even aware that she gave birth until like a week after it happened.
Lies.
No, I was never told that.
Excuse me, Miss McKinney.
Yes, Your Honor. It's the lies.
It's the buttons. Woosah. Okay? Now, to your point, I was looking here through this Texas Family Code looking for where it says that you have to be in a relationship with somebody to not have to pay child support, and it doesn't exist.
Well, she never, said I was under the impression, from what I remember, that she was on birth control. Now, that may be my faulty memory, but I never entered into this relationship with any intention.
Still, let's just be clear. Birth control or not, a 9-year-old child is here. These are the facts. A 9-year-old child is here who deserves support, not only from her mother, but from her potential father as well. So we are going to reset this matter, get some DNA testing done. So to my original thought, if you are the father, you will start paying child support being ordered as of today, all right? If he is not the father, you can come back to court and petition as many people. Now, don't take that offensive. I'm not saying that you just been with everybody or anything like that, but you can come back and petition as many people as necessary, because this child, as I just stated, deserves to have the support from not only her mother, but from her potential father as well. So, do you all have any questions about what you're going to do?
No, Your Honor.
No.
No? Okay. And you have to make your daughter available for testing as well.
She's available.
Okay.
She's here.
Okay. So we can go ahead and get that taken care of today.
Oh, yes, we could.
Okay. So we'll reset y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
The judge wastes no time shutting it down, delivering a firm reality check. Personal drama is irrelevant. The only priority here, the child. She orders a DNA test, making it clear that the child's needs come before anything else. Miss McKinney agrees to bring her daughter in, and just like that, the case is paused until the results come back. But as the judge dismisses the court, the tension lingers in the air. One thing's for sure, this case is far from over, and when those DNA results drop, that's when the real drama begins.